Hey, look who I got here. You always make me smile when I see
You always make me smile when I see you. Do you hear me?
that's that's what my boy Rashad called reflections.
Oh. I'm glad I caught you because, and I'm not going to hold you. I just wanted to, first of all, thank you so much. You are really heaven sent, for real, for real. And second of all, how are we dealing as women and raising the matriarchy? How are we supposed to deal with um, these people that even look like us but aren't us, and moving them
That's the
out?
being.
Right, right, right.
Y'all only have to weed out the women. Y'all gonna know them. All of them riding crotch bitches, no good. Y'all know them. They can't get along with no woman, no way.
They can't.
So y'all deal with the women. They can't get along with women.
So what if there's no men around though to deal with someone, especially in a workplace situation that affects kids? And that's the only reason I even care is because and not to even throw this on to people who even watching because it's a little bit of a trigger, but there was a young woman. We work with people who are 16 to 25-year-old high school dropouts. So this person was within that age range on the younger side. And longest of long story short, she was pregnant and didn't want to say anything because her uncle had been molesting her and she wasn't sure whose baby it was, her boyfriend's or hers. And she just didn't want to tell the boyfriend that she was pregnant, point blank period, but she wanted the baby, right? So around the person who's coordinating this, the person who's in charge is just like, oh, well, we can't really do anything. And I'm just like, what you mean we can't do anything? And they're like, well, she don't want to press charges. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. She don't want to press charges, but y'all all know. So y'all like this just like
What
some,
city you in?
I'm in Jersey, in Newark.
It's somebody there. I'll talk to you offline.
Okay.
It's somebody there that they're gonna send some sisters to talk to her to get her sister protection, and then they're gonna deal with the rest of the matter how they deal with it.
Okay.
But the first thing they want to do is secure her. They want to get her out of this situation where you got some grown ass man molesting her. It's somebody in Newark. There's some goons in Newark, and if they find out, they're gonna. It won't be pretty for them.
All right.
There's some goons, and they on the side of Shakur watch when this shit flip, and she's merciless to molesters. So
For sure. Yeah.
if she get an order, half of Newark gonna be at that motherfucker door. I just got to tell you what's the 100. If she get a word, Asada Shakur get a word, half of Newark, half of motherfucking Orange, New Jersey, motherfucking from New York, Maryland, they gonna be there. Boston, Philly, they coming. Just to deal with one child, they will come from everywhere when she get an order. We trying to get the big fish out the pond first. Then we gonna deal with the little fish at home. Because that secret squirrel shit is what got these kids fucked up right now.
In the first place, exactly.
See, it had got to a point where it was so few good men that hadn't been murdered yet or lynched that the women cherished them so much that it allowed the children to be abused because the few good men they had, they didn't want him to correct the bad man because the slave catcher gonna come. Right? And when the slave catcher come, they're going to put him on the auction block and sell him into slavery. Slavery today is called prison. They don't want the good man correcting the bad man because the good man going to be the one doing time. So the women start keeping the shit a secret to try to protect the good man. Fuck that shit. That's what we here for. I go do my goddamn time. I go sit back with my feet up and read a couple more thousand books.
Niggas ain't like that. That's wild.
That's why I ain't no nigga.
No, I'm just saying, you know, I know that. Said that's why I'm nigga. No, that shit
Hey,
pisses
look,
me off though, for real, for real. But yeah.
yeah. So the situation has to be handled in a particular way. So I have to tell you certain stuff offline. Not because I'm keeping it a secret. It's because the people who you have to contact, they can't be exposed right now, and they really deaf on them on women beaters and child molesters. They get treated like they would in old school penitentiary, especially when it's known to be true, because they've been using a lot of false allegations also to remove the good men and let the bad man stay. So people start accusing the good man of doing what the bad man doing, and then the good man doing time for nothing. He didn't do nothing. He's sitting up in jail rotten, while the rotten motherfuckers is sitting out here flourishing and making more rotten fruit. Because mama said one bad fruit spoiled a whole bunch.
I think that you're absolutely right when you say the men gotta handle it. It's just, you know, that part where it is something to consider, especially because the police being involved take it to a different level for everybody. But
you know, my philosophy is fuck the police.
Fuck the police, exactly.
I deal with that nigga myself before I call the police on him. I'm not calling the police on the motherfucker. That's why I be like, fuck all that old, because I was finna get into the shenanigans on some arguing across the internet. I thought about that shit. All them niggas gonna do is call the police.
All I think it's gonna do is call the police.
That's what they inadvertently trying to dry snitching, or as it is trying to call the police, but they trying to get a police evidence the police already got, and they just let them like, nigga, we already know that shit.
Next.
we just not figured that out. But this so I was thinking about it. I was like, shit, because you know I'm the type of motherfucker, I pull up at a motherfucker spot. I don't got no problem with it. I don't give a fuck if I had to walk from here, from Detroit, Michigan to Phoenix, Arizona to pull up on a motherfucker. And it might take me a year to walk that distance. But I tell you what, when I get there, I'm going to pull the fuck up. And I'm not coming to argue. I could have did that shit over the internet.
On the phone, right.
Right. So why would I do all that tongue wrestling if we ain't going to fight? And if we going to fight, why am I going to do all that tongue wrestling? I might as well just go and fight. Right? Because all that tongue wrestling gonna lead to a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day.
And then if the tongue wrestling gonna lead to a fight, then I might as well not tongue wrestling. Just cut out the middleman. Cut out the middleman.
So I got one more question. So for men or women who have love interests, relationships, I know we're not technically focusing on thinking with our P's, but we're talking past that. We're talking about growth and development in all types of relationships, even with people you have, you know, children with and stuff like that, and trying to just elevate, even if it's just, you know, a co-parenting type of thing. That, and women going through that as we raise the matriarchy. What is that looking like?
Okay. You kind of like paused for a minute and I kind of lost track of the question.
Summed it up, because men and women who are not together, but like still have to coexist with each other, not thinking with their P's.
Yeah. So most of them in the hostile relationships, in the matriarchy, when the two parents can't talk civilly to each other about the child and make competent civil decisions about the child, then both of the mothers have to come up with the solution between the family elders on both sides of the family. No side left out. But the individuals that can't get their act together, they ain't got no say. They too busy doing, 3D shit. Thinking with their D's and their P's. Right? So as long as they doing that, but if, let's say one of them is trying to do the right thing and they fighting the other one, And the other one is just trying to be in control. When you present the matter to the elders on both sides, they come up with a solution that's in the interest of the child. They don't give a fuck about their parent. Because sometimes the solution requires the grandparents to take the child from both parents. And both grandparents is going to agree because it's in the best interest of the child. And that's how come Big Mama house always got so many kids. And so many aunties always work there.
It was some women who, it was a young girl at my mom's job who gave her baby away to diapers, to Child Protective Services, but nobody knew. The dad didn't know and the grandmother didn't know, and it was because she didn't want to. It should just be crazy. And the shit that people deal with, like on a, just even hearing these stories, I don't, like I said, I don't be meaning to put this on people, but what you just said is like true. But
so in the case where the because it's gonna be, it's a lot of cases right now, like you said, where the men don't even know he got a child. Right? So in cases like that, her family still got to hold her accountable. Right? And take her ass on Maury, take all 725 of them niggas she fucked up till you find that baby daddy. And sometimes you gonna find the baby daddy out of that 725 niggas she was fucking because he's somebody closely related to her that she don't want to tell on. Or she, you know, she already suspected, she might not know it, like the situation you mentioned earlier, she don't know if it's her boyfriends or uncles. That shouldn't even be a motherfucking question in her mind. Because that question exists, that means something is out of order. Right? So she'd probably take 50 innocent motherfuckers on Maury before she took her uncle. And everybody come back, he is not the father. He is not the, like, goddamn. And then we in our ignorance, not knowing what's going on, don't know why she can't figure out who her baby daddy is. Shit, it might be her goddamn daddy's baby. You never know.
Let's come in. Maybe some guys or something, I don't know. But we'll talk.
Yep. A question, it's a good question popped up. It say, how do one seek and commit to a tribe if they have no living close relatives or kinfolks to reach out to? So those are called orphans on the land. And they pick, the tribe that picked them is the tribe they gonna pick. You will know them because those are the people you with every day. Spending your time with, giving your love energy to. Right? So one of the things we teach the children under a matriarchy is be careful who you give your love energy to. Because if you give it to the wrong person, it'll drain you. Because they only have bad intentions for you, but they held secret places in their dark hearts. But the ones that, when you are orphan, the ones who are that you draw to, you natural affinity to, the earth, humans pack animals. The frequency of the earth is going to move us to the pack that is ready to receive us as an orphan. So this is how you end up in South Central with an all-black Crips gang, and here you got a white boy in there. Where the fuck he come from? He got his one drop of blood, and nature sent him there. She sent him there to prove his one drop of blood qualification, because if the brothers in his neighborhood accept him, he ain't gonna betray that trust. That's that drop of blood that makes him not betray that trust. He don't give a fuck how many racists tell him he should be racist. It don't fit in his paradigm if he got that one drop of blood, because them is his brothers. He don't see their color. He only see his tribal colors. That's it. And this is how you know and you gravitate towards your tribe, even when you don't know where your tribe at. You look around, and the people that give you love freely just because they feel like it, right? And they love you just because it's free. I can love you for free. Come on over here and get some of this love. Come to the barbecue. We love to see you there. You get to the barbecue, they treat you like you've been a special member of the family the whole time.
Like, hey, cousin.
Right? And, yeah, and you ain't never seen these people a day in your life. And they treating you like gold. Why they treating me so good? This your tribe, motherfucker. They glad to see you brought your ass back home. At least that's what they used to tell me when I get there. I know you folks, but you rock with the Stones, man. Come on, folks. You can rock with the Stones today.
So video was when you said you be flipping just to throw the algorithm off. I was like, he absolutely did this. Sometimes you really can't keep up. Oh, but when you do,
hey,
this shit crazy. This shit's crazy.
Look, the AI can't keep up. But them gangbangers and them thug niggas be matching every motherfucking flip. The same shit I be doing with the words is what they be doing with their hands. The same shit. I'm just using words. They just throwing up they set. I'm going in, I'm using the pattern, the speech pattern that's signatured after the subconscious mind organizing of information so that I can connect as many dots as possible in your subconscious mind in order to polish the mirror that's called the black dot. Once that mirror is polished, you see clearly you don't need me no more. And I'm just trying to make it as many motherfuckers not need me as possible.
Fine. I hear you. I hear you. Now that's dope. And that's how I got into the whole human design, which kind of took me like, because I heard about it years ago, but then. Yeah,
that's the great arcana I was talking about in the last video.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, human design, the great arcana, the great work. The work of building Solomon's temple, the temple of man.
That's exactly what it is.
Right. And the temple of man houses Solomon, the soul of man.
Yeah, right.
Right. And Solomon has to go into the shrine in order to find out who is the Black Madonna so he can get his blessing from Big Mama.
So then
the Black Madonna is the next heir to be Grand Matriarch. See, they don't tell you the structure that it is the papal, the Roman Catholic Church is patterned off the civil priestesses. The only one supposed to wear black is the one who sits on the Queen of Heaven and Earth seat that they keep suspended in the air. Because if a man sit in it, they automatically lose patriarchal rights all over the earth instantly. So before they make that mistake of letting the janitor come through mopping and sit his ass in it, they elevated that bitch 30 feet in the sky in the church. And you can look that shit up to see it yourself if you don't believe me. And the Pope chair sit under the motherfucker. And then they told us we was one nation under God. They never told her she wasn't in her seat right now. That's the great work. And that shit works great when it's in its proper motherfucking order. Put the power where the power goes, shit run the way it's supposed to run. That's the simplest explanation of matriarchy.
It is.
Put the power where it's supposed to go, and it'll run the way it's supposed to run according to the laws of nature. We elephants in human form. Look at the elephant. Watch how they do. You don't even see a bull elephant until distress comes, and you don't even hear Big Mama, the Queen Matriarch, call his ass until you see that motherfucker busting out of nowhere. Where did this big burly motherfucker come from?
I'm charging from. You're right, actually.
Yeah, because she's sending him messages in the ground. He don't walk with the women and the children. Him and the mother and them young bull males are out on the periphery. They patrolling the outskirts of where the women is. And as soon as the matriarch pound on that motherfucking ground and get that low grunt and they feel that rumble in the earth, it ain't enough lions in the motherfucking jungle to stop the motherfucking bull elephants from seeing what Big Mama wants. And Angel Bay a bull elephant. But he is Chicago bull. A big ass moose. He's a bison that won't be moved. And he in the rut. That means he ready to go. And